Hello, everyone. This is Catching Fireflies, a podcast dedicated to the now moments.
That's right. It's all about the creative path we're on and the journeys that deserve our attention.
Join us in the moments where creativity unfolding takes center stage. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Rudo. Hi,
Welcome.
Rudo.
Kia ora, Keith. Kia
So
ora.
good to be here with you, as always. So good.
Thoroughly.
So good. You know what I like about this now moment is so much about exploration and not trying to get it right, whatever right is, but to experiment and explore with you in these moments.
Yeah. Tell me more about that. What are you thinking?
Earlier today, I was talking with someone about a creative piece of work they're working on, and they're developing characters and different aspects of the work. And I said, I invite you to explore not only the past that affects the characters, how the character is behaving or what they're doing in the moment with their imagination, and inviting him to write more in the now moments.
It's gone so meta.
So
It's like
meta. Yes.
art talking about the art, talking about the art, talking about the art.
If you haven't listened to the last episode that was recorded, please do encourage you to go and listen to the meditation that Rudo recorded for us all. It's 15 minutes of talking at the beginning roughly, and then it goes on to music. And I was blissed out, and I was probably about 10 minutes into the music before I realized I didn't hear your voice anymore. I'm excited because this morning I was sitting in meditation, and out loud I started creating mindfulness meditations. Like listening to my own voice. So I was doing my own guided meditation to myself. It felt really rich and really nice.
I mean, for me, I'm hearing you say that you're making it authentically yours, which makes me very happy.
Yeah, I was definitely channeling, feel the breath moment.
And it's a bit sensual, and I like it.
Very simple. I heard the other day that the docile tones of our voices, they actually, through vibration, of course, shake certain parts of the brain and the frequencies. Then the brain responds with resonant frequencies to respond back to the frequencies it's hearing. And basically, the science is telling us that through listening to calming voices, that your brain responds with similar vibrations, which then bring you to a better state.
What I'm hearing you say is, I'm receiving, my brain is now emitting, which for me is like call and response, that there is always an exchange happening.
Always. Super cool. Yes. Shaking the brain. The brain is emitting frequencies. Yeah.
When I do reflexology on my friends, it's one of those things where like, oh, you must be tired. No, it's the exact opposite. There is something incredibly restorative for me when I do it. It can be, if I just start with the most simplest of explanations, the balms and oils are really great for my skin and my skin's thirsty. Then there is the kind of mutual, I'm somehow restored from this.
Yeah, 100%. Feeling connected and filled. Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe there might be a foot massage from Marie tonight. If you're listening, Marie, no, just
we haven't published
at the
this
time
yet.
of recording. No, right.
Oh, yes. Right. The psychic connection that our spouses feel towards us.
Yeah.
Why do I suddenly want Keith to come home?
Yes, what's going on? I had on call and response. I had a lovely chat this morning talking about the play, and I've had a couple of great conversations about the play in the past couple of days. But the one today, my friend Francie, she's a thespian, and artist, amazing improvist.
Awesome.
And she said, oh, because I was talking about how there will be work for the audience to do. Like, there will be parts
Mm.
where there's an invitation to write something down, and kind of, you can fold it up. And she says, and they hand them to you, and then you improv off of them. And I was like, no, but yes. No, but yes. Like,
You just yes
yes,
anded me.
yes. So, yes, and it was very good. So I'm just super excited about this element of the play, which is going to be improved, which is going to take from
Mm.
the audience and break that wall down, that barrier between the audience, and also to give the audience and myself a truly authentic, in the moment experience that can only happen there and then, that's never going to happen
Mm.
again, that isn't scripted. Yeah, I'm super excited to add that element into the play, because it just makes it, one, special, super special for me, and hopefully
Mm.
special for those participating in it, that it is not just something they are observing, it is something they are participating in, which is life. And that's what, with art, sometimes I struggle with, is that some art is not intended for people to participate with it any more than just their attention.
Oh, man, that's so cool. And you said you had multiple good experiences or
Oh, yeah.
conversations about
So
the
the other one was with the possible director of my play. We went for a walk and we had a chat. We didn't talk about him directing the play, but he's still the possible director.
Mm,
And
mm,
he was encouraging me around the fact that plays can take a long time to write. Like, it's okay. They
mhm,
can take years to write a play. The most important thing, one, he said, yes, it's very important that we set some kind of timeline for you to deliver the next reading. That write some more, get it to a point where you can get up on stage and read it again and do the reading, and keep those moving so there is momentum, so that
mhm.
it doesn't get lost somewhere and dusty. And the other thing was, he said, you're completely free to write a play that satisfies you completely, that you feel that brings you so much joy to perform it, that you'll never not want to perform it, that you'll
Mm.
want to continue to perform this for as long as you live, because you just enjoy it so much. He says, write that play. I drank that up really easily. It feels really good.
I'm just kind of processing that from a very particular example,
Mm.
which is Tom York from Radiohead when he wrote Creep,
Mm.
which is like the most infamous song that he's ever written, but he won't ever perform it because he wrote it when he was a teenager. It has a beautiful life of its own now. The
Yeah.
song has so many different
So many people
me
have created it and played it and shared it in their own ways.
Oh, and have you seen the one with the Indian boy and his mother? She's like this professional, traditional Indian singer, and
No.
he's this, like, really cool jazzy rock dude, and they just have this, like, bridge of their culture where they meet with this song.
So cool. I didn't realize that he doesn't perform it himself.
I mean,
So,
I wrote songs as a teenager that I absolutely can't with a straight face sing.
yeah. Yeah. I have poems like that I go back and I really, well, I'm a little bit different on mine. Like, I enjoy reading them, but they're just so not who I am or the attitude that I carry now.
Yeah,
Like,
but there's still
yeah.
you are a better person because you processed that at that time.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. I often talk things out while I'm processing them.
Mhm.
And sometimes that can encourage blank stares from the audience of whoever's listening to me go on.
I know these feels well.
I'm trying to be more clear on what's happening or what's
Mm,
just in the pot, so
mhm.
that when I share what's in the pot, it's it's yeah, doesn't get taken as this is the next
It's a
big thing.
fine balance.
Yeah.
It's a fine balance. So there's 2 things that come up to me when you
Mm.
say one is rules of engagement. Like, when you are communicating with someone, "Actually, what do I don't need you to do anything with this. Does this make you excited? No? Cool. Moving on." That there is like a, "How do I help you with, like, the kind of listening that you need from me?" And, like, "How do I take any burden off of you to do anything with something?" Like, there's a relationship hygiene involved in any moment when you're sharing your ideas or your
Mm.
feelings. And if those rules of engagement are unclear, the relationship hygiene gets muddier and muddier, and then you kinda just walk away from that conversation feeling like you failed, even though both of you were having a genuine connection moment, you just didn't know what to do with it.
Mm.
So those are, like, little cues that we give each other to, like, help with the cognitive load of what you're talking about.
Yeah, I just thought of one that was like, "Can I tell you what I'm thinking about? Can I hear these thoughts out loud? Like, can I share a thought that I'm having right now that I just want to
Yeah.
explore? Can you
"Can
explore
I test this
can you
on you?"
explore yeah, can you explore this with me?" Type of thing.
Yeah. Oh, I love
Yeah.
that. "Let's go on an
I
adventure."
did that the other day. Let's go on an adventure. That sounds grand. Let's make this an audio story, Rudo.
I mean, and there are gonna be friends that are just like,
Yes,
"Yes."
they'll get it.
They're my favorite.
Do you know how I was drumming on about drumming the last time we chatted?
The
The
rhythm.
rhythm and the
Yes.
drum and the beat. And
Did we record that or was that
no,
just
that
us
was just us
talking?
talking. And so I was talking about this kind of new focus of something that I'm doing to bring me back into this present moment with my goals, because goals are quite future imaginative moments in the future. This concept that I came up with, which is when I want to work on, let's say, the play,
Mhm.
all I need to do is show up with my metaphorical drum and slowly beat the drum. And when I'm beating the drum, I am doing the work and I'm drumming. And as I'm drumming, I can focus on one thing. And the sense that it gives me is this release of having it be anything other than what is happening in that moment. That rhythm, that beat is happening. This is putting out the waves, putting out the sound waves. The creation is happening in the moment, and I'm doing the work now because that's the only moment I have is to create now, to experiencing it now, to either create the waves or feel the waves. I can only do that in one moment. And so I was chatting with somebody about this, and I was saying at that moment, I was thinking about different drums because I've got a lot of things, a lot of different things that I'm interested in. And the question is, does it dilute all if I'm doing many things at once? And so
I
let's
know
just
that
say
question. I get
I
asked that
it,
all the
yes. And
time.
so let's just say I was playing several drums, bang over here, bang over here, bang over here, bang over, and just imagine those sound waves converging into some chaotic cacophony of sound, perhaps, maybe not. And he said to me, he said, "What if you were to play them and they were all to be in sync, in harmony, and rhythm, and you were able to play it?" Now, that said, that's cool, and that brought it to one drum for me. That brought it back to,
I always say, "Why do you think that?
mm,
Why are you asking that?" Because I need them to clarify. Are you suggesting that if I had one style, one recognizable thing, that I would become more famous for this one thing? Thank you
mm,
for that information. That's not actually my goal to become famous for one thing.
no.
Cool. Or are you suggesting, I noticed that you have wax and wanes of energy levels. Are you okay with your energy levels? That's a different question. Thank you for asking. We actually do have this wax and wane of what we have capable for the day. You could do the exact same exercise one day and have completely different results on this day. So there's that. And
Mm,
what you talk about is a third aspect, which is I am aware of what I am doing with my energy because I am using self-awareness, self-management.
self-regulation.
Yes, I love that word, self-regulation. When you are engaged in a really juicy self-regulation pattern, you're like, I can like there's so much thrumming inside of me. I'm like, oh, this energy. And you just breathe with it and you channel it in a really effective way. And you're like, yeah, I can just let this flow through me and just like charge me and juice me up. And it like I'm regulating it.
Mm,
It's balanced. Like they do this in bonsai all the time. You're like, you snip here so that the energy flows more effectively here. Like so when you have self-awareness in everything that you do, you are really truly capable of so much because you're divvying out effective modes of energy. Now, the problem with that is it requires immense focus. And all y'all out there know that focus is one of the things that this world has not conditioned us to achieve
Hmm.
because we have literal fucking focus disruptors in our pockets now. Every piece of information is given to us in nanoseconds, so you are always late to the game. So focus is the one thing that we actually have to collectively reclaim because it's not only just like I'm going to be able to manage myself and believe that I can survive with the level of energy that I have. I'm just going to get better. My life is going to be better if I can focus. So there's like just layers of things happening to me as I listen to you grapple with feedback from somebody else that doesn't understand what your personal goals are and what works for you because it's not a one size fit all. Creativity is not a one size fit all. Some people need a certain level of parameters and one thing to focus on.
Hmm.
Other people do not. I have 8 paintings live
Hmm.
at any given time. That's how I
Hallelujah.
that's how I survive. That's how
Yeah.
I thrive. That works for me. It doesn't haunt
Yeah.
me in my dreams that I've got 8 unfinished paintings I'm working on. Doesn't matter.
I love that. I just love you
But
sharing the
but
creating and calling it
actually,
out so wonderfully.
the biggest thing that I wanna hit home with is when you hear someone question your ethics or your methodologies, the first thing that you do is say, "What are you trying to get at? Why are you asking?" So,
I
before I answer, why are you asking?
just like you're saying, the 8 paintings on the go, it's almost this harmonization of self. And again, for me, it's constantly looking at a new way for me to enjoy and participate in that energy flow and that awareness of what's going on for me. And also honoring that space. When carrying this is this beautiful love for self and understanding of self and okayness with self, just how I am, and really embracing the creative juices, the how I want to regulate my time and energy, that permission that I'm giving myself to go, ooh, I want to amp it up. Ooh, I'm gonna have juicy ideas, and ooh, I'm gonna bring it back and refine it and feel like I get control 100% out of all of that.
Mm,
And then, of course, if I'm working with somebody else, I need to work with that, and we're working together to regulate that flex.
mm,
You know, right now, this podcast is going to change. There's going to be in interviews on the street where we're going to take ourselves out and interview different people and different conversations. You hear new voices on this podcast. It won't always be Rudo and I together, but we're feeling like once a month you're going to see us together on an episode, and then there's going to be meditations from either one of us and conversations. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Thank you for reflecting my truth, Rudo. And yeah, just thank you for being amazing.
Thank you for seeing me and jiving with the whole
Jiving, jiving.
yeah.
As always, everyone that's listening, we thank you for your time together with us.
Yeah.
And we'll be back soon to share some more moments together.
If you wanna talk to us about, whatever creative endeavors you've got going on, the best of luck to you on that, and we're here for it. If you wanna share your stories, we've got an email, catchingfireflies@substack.com. Comment on this episode. We really love sharing the vibe, so thank you. We love you so much.
Yeah, thanks for vibing with us. Cool. Take care. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.